Okay, we are live. All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, I'm just going to get set up a little bit here while you get your notifications. Let me just... There we go. Okay. Oh my. Mute. There we go. Okay. Okay, so Brooklyn, I grabbed a bunch of stuff. Is there anything else you can think of? No? Okay. Okay. I feel like there was other stuff. That is a die, so you'd need, that'll cut paper, but you need a diamond machine for that. That one is a 3D sticker. It is a sticker, but it's 3D. I heard you say you were going to put it on your laptop, so it might,
like on the back.
Yeah, but if you put it like into a bag, or if it just stays put, it'll be perfect.
I see.
Yeah, they'll catch. But that whole cabinet right there is all flat stickers.
Flat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe they got Hello Kitties.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Diane. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you guys, whew, if you have been following me on Facebook this week, you'll see I posted a bunch of things about all of our adventures. I didn't even get to update you guys on everything, but, and hardly any paper crafting stuff, right? That's funny. Just, so you got to feel like the chaos of, you know, the trade show kind of stuff. But a few things came in while I was gone, while I was out of the store, and I didn't get necessarily emails out to you guys about it. So I wanted to make sure that we talked about it. I put a few of these in the newsletter this morning. But by the newsletter this morning, I really mean the second newsletter this morning, because the first newsletter I sent out, I was trying to get it done before I was probably fully awake, and then got late and I had to get to, you know, work, right? So I realized that I did not have the date correct for Saturday, and I also now have dates for the Altenew class, which has all been moved. Hey, Brooklyn? Brooklyn? There was a box on the table that had like my class kits and stuff in it. There were show kits and class kits, but one of those was my Altenew class kit. Because all the stuff on the table was the most current stuff. It's in like a big bag. It's in like a big zipper bag with all the other kits that were on the table. No, this is all in Create, honey. I said Altenew. No, those are older. The ones that were on the table. Well, my friends, I can't quite show it to you because, someone has lost it. Not someone, was not me. Someone did some organizing while I was gone. And anywho. Hi Meryl. Hi Charlotte. Hey Crystal. You saw the newsletter after you responded to me. Oh, you're funny. So, all of the stuff I sent out this morning for All in Create has shipped. Okay. So I just made it easy on myself, and it's 6s of everything. So, some of the stuff has been popular, I noticed, but as far as I can tell, nothing is yet totally sold out. So if you have favorites from the All in Create order or the All in Create email that I sent out this morning, let me know ASAP so that we can get you into that first shipment. But we should be able to get more of the ones that we need. So, and then what I wanted to tell you also is that the Altenew class, it's very confusing, right? We've got All in Create and we've got Altenew. Altenew is the one that we have that whole big class kit for, with an embossing folder, a stencil, a stamp, and a die. And we have picked dates for that, which I was going to show you, but I'm a little thrown off by this. Okay, well, I really need the stuff to tell people because we now have dates and I haven't told them. You promise? All right. Well, he promised he didn't throw it away, so we'll see. Okay, so the Altenew class has been scheduled for April 27th or May 18th, I think. So I didn't have the updated dates in the morning email, but I did in the afternoon or the later email. That was my correction because I got I got the date for Saturday wrong and I got the date for the class wrong. Okay, yeah. So both of those are a Sunday and they are at 11 o'clock. So take a look in the email newsletter for more information, and I'll try to maybe have something more to show you tomorrow. I hope so. Okay. Oh, and then I'm putting this way. Okay. And then, you guys, I wanted to tell you, I did get these into the newsletter this morning, but these are the 5 embossing folders from Tim Holtz's Vault release. And so the Vault release is basically older items that have been discontinued, but have been really requested, and then they take them and they update them a little bit. Hi, Trey. So, hey, Elizabeth. So what that means is, like, this one right here, this lace folder, this was a really popular folder when it came out, but it's since been discontinued. And so when they brought it back, they actually brought it back into a multi-level folder. So the original one was, basically it was a 2-dimensional folder, right? You had your high and your low. And then this one, it actually has a little bit of a variation. So when they call it multi-level, it's not so much 3D as in like all of the layers, but it does have multiple kind of steps of dimension. So instead of just a high-low, you've got a high, a medium, and a low. And so it just gives you more depth to the folder. Okay, so that one is the lace one, and these are all $12.99. If you want all 5 of them, which I know a number of people have already picked it up at the store because we had the special going on here before I told you guys. But so there's that one, and then this one also was a really popular one because you can do this on like a metal foil cardstock. You can do black. It's the black soot distress paint. Okay. And you smear that onto that foil, and then you kind of just wipe it off just a little bit, and it gets in all the nooks and crannies and makes things look really aged. It is so cool. So, but again, this one has been updated to a multi-level, and what you're going to get is a lot more interesting detail. So kind of see as this chain rolls along here, you have the high, the medium, and the low. And what it looks like now, even more than it did before, is actually like a chain, because you've got those that other dimension in there that gives it like that outside. So this one is called Gears. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good name. Seems aptly named. And then I love this one. It is so pretty. This one is called Flourish. And by adding in this second dimension, I'm trying to remember what he's had a couple, but I think this one is more delicate than the original one. I can't 100% remember, but I love how pretty and soft this one is. Okay, so this one is called Flourish. And then this one I wasn't sure about, I'm going to be honest, but it's called Diamonds. Then when I inked it, I was like, oh, that is so cool. Because here it's like, well, you know, but when you ink it, see, you have, again, those multi-levels. But what I actually really liked, I liked that there were like 3 strips in between. So it was just a really unique pattern. And then you've got this dot kind of holding all of the anchor points together. Okay. So that one was, what did I say? Diamonds. And then this one is going to be really good for like travel books. And the original of this was, you know, a 2-dimensional one. So this one is multi-level, but it's very cool because if you kind of take this and do, I just did straight ink, but you could do all kinds of things. And because of the way that the layers are on here, you could make this one look like watercolory as a background, if that makes sense. And you just have like this really cool background. But if you're doing like a travel book or something like that, you guys, and you do this, you ink it up, and this becomes your photo mat. Isn't that going to be interesting? I mean, you're not going to see maybe necessarily like the whole plane and stuff like that, but you'll get enough to see that it's postmarks. So, I love the possibilities, and that we have these old ones, but in like newer technology again. So this one is called Airmail. And again, those are all $12.99, or if you want, the bundle of them, what was it, like $60, I think? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I did guess right, Crystal? I'm reading your comments now. Yeah, it does. It looks more delicate. I really like this one. And then another question that I know we've gotten, because I did all these samples in the same color. This is Salty Ocean, regular distress ink, Salty Ocean, and Wilted Violet. That's that bright purple and kind of bright blue. And it's just kind of a striking color combo and easy to blend. Okay. So next up, I just wanted to show you guys, we've talked about these before, but I wanted to tell you we got some stock back in stock. Thank you. Thanks, Trey. You guys, I feel like my brain is mush. It has been such a crazy, crazy week. But I did want to tell you that the limited edition metallic re-inkers are back in stock for the Lisa Horton set. So, I know a few of you guys were still waiting on those, And if you were, I will send you an email, but we do have them here if you didn't get them the first round. It's $23.99 for the re-inkers. Now, the pads, we're still waiting on. And last I checked, I think they are a few weeks out, maybe a month. So if you want the limited edition pads, definitely make sure that I know so that I can get enough ordered when they come in. This is one of the best sets of metallic inks that we've run across in a long time. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Okay, so those are back in stock. And then I can't remember what I've showed you before, but I think maybe I only have one of this one left, and it's $19.99. This is an Easter stamp. You crack me up. Got chocolate. So these are pretty darn good. I'm going to kind of go through it quick because we only have one left, and that's probably all we'll be able to get. So I don't think I showed you that one, but it's a big set. Normally stamp sets are like 4x6, so, you know, a little shorter like that. Probably not even that tall. So, but you have some really cute little guys and stuff. That one is $19.99, and I throw stuff around. Okay. And then not last week, I don't think I chit-chatted with you guys much last week because of the insanity of things. So it must have been the week before when we talked about the new All in Create release that was March. Okay. So, this one here, this is the die called Spotty Fun, and it's $22.99. I just wanted to bring these back in because I think Jamie was here with me. That might have been the Friday before last week. And we die cut these so you could see, but I did want to show you how phenomenal these turned out once we got the samples inked up and done. Like, oh, I love it. Okay. So this one is Villainous Potion and Uncharted Mariner. So you can kind of see that they're a similar blending pattern, but it depends on the intensity of the colors. So Villainous Potion is more in that dark, rich purple, and Wilted Violet is more in that like rainbow purple. And same with, you know, with the blues. So, but if you didn't get this one, I think this is a phenomenal die because you can just use parts of it too. And then this one we got inked up. So this is called Furry Forest. And now you can really see like the detail on those little animals and all of the mushrooms because everything is glued in here. And look at all of this fabulous, fabulous detail. And then you also have that photo mat, remember, that we were talking about in the middle. So, and it's really fun because in the unexpected colors, these become fairly, you know, fairly dramatic. And so they are catching a lot of attention. This one is $25.99 for the Furry Forest. And then the last sample that I wanted to show you, this is, I fell in love with this one, okay? Now, they all kind of use that base. On the forest one, I used a little bit of greens and stuff too. But the Villainous Potion and the Uncharted Mariner was my base. And so this was the first one, actually, that I inked. This is the Woodsy Vibes. Because we got this one in, somebody requested it, and it felt very fall to me, okay? Which, you know, isn't really the case. It's just that fall is when we around here in the Northwest pull out all of these kind of leaf dyes, right? But, you guys, when you do it in a completely unexpected color, which is blue and purple, I don't know about you. Oh, yes, Trey. That's why it's all a blur. You're right. It was the window night. Yeah. But when you do it in an unexpected color, it just becomes a work of art then. You know what I'm saying? So it isn't seasonal anymore. Now it's just something to create something more, even more beautiful. So, and I mean, just the way the little details are on there, they just are automatically lighter because of the depressed paper. So, this one sold out very, very quickly. We just got it back in. Woodsy Vibes, that one is $25.99. Okay. Next up, I do have a few more things in here to show you. So we got in a couple of different things from Ranger. Dina Wakely has a new set of brushes out. These are a 3-piece round brush. And I believe these are the soft bristles, okay? So if you've ever tried her paintbrushes before, well, there we go. If you've ever tried her paintbrushes before, you know they have like a lot of the ones have black bristles, and they're very coarse because she does a heavy bodied paint. That's what she normally works with. And that leaves those like bristle strokes in there and the texture and all that kind of stuff. But we don't always want the, you know, that hard bristle kind of a paint thing. Sometimes that works for a few things, but it doesn't work for everything. So now we have a really nice set of round brushes. And these guys are $8.99 for 3 brushes. So it's a really, really good price. Now, I have to tell you, so at the show, this was Creativation by NAMTA. So NAMTA is an arts group, okay? It's an arts trade organization. And Creativation was the name of our show when the Craft and Hobby Association had it. And then they kind of got absorbed into NAMTA. So now we're all sort of one. So they're trying to figure out how the fine arts people and the craft people intermix, right? And we do, because some of those things in fine arts are phenomenal. And some of the things we have in crafting are actually really great for fine artists too. It just depends on what kind of mediums you use. So one of the things that I did at the show is we stopped and talked to, Michelle and I stopped and talked to a couple of brush manufacturers to learn a little bit more about brushes. And I took 2 watercolor classes that were fabulous. Well, one was fabulous. One was very unfabulous, but I learned a few things, which got me ready to learn more things in the other one. You know, that's how they are sometimes, right? So, anyways, so having the soft bristle brushes is really going to be nice for, definitely it's necessary for watercolor. I haven't tried these yet based on the new techniques that I learned about watercolor, but, and Charlotte, don't judge because I know you are significantly better than me, but, so I was kind of excited that we could get some different brushes from her at a good price. Okay. And then this one is a new one from Dilutions. Now, some of her stencils are a little bit, wacky. And this one though, you guys, I just thought, I love dots. Dots are awesome. I just love them. All kinds of patterns, all kinds of shapes. $5.50 for, I think this is a 6x9, if I recall the size. It doesn't say on here, but I think that's it. But just look at it. It's like, I don't know, they aren't even all fully round. They're just kind of fun. So great for inking. And one of the nice things about a stencil like this one is that there's no sharp edges. So if you don't have pouncers, if you don't have brushes, and you do your inking with your foam blender tool, this is a good stencil because there's no hard edges. It's going to ink beautifully with that tool, and that tool won't catch on anything, so it's not going to hurt the stencil. So depending on what kind of tools you have, different stencils will work better than others. And then this one. Do you guys love this? This is a new stamp set from Dina Wakely. It's $24.99. I'm going to just open it because I haven't yet looked at it, but I mean, so these are cling rubber. Okay. It's so funny. You look at this, you can kind of tell the cats, these guys look crazy. They look a little crazy, but you can see over here, it's almost like, the reverse of a negative. Wait, not a negative, but a negative. Yeah. Anywho, but I just thought these would be really fun to do like a cool background, and then you just can stamp it in black, or you can stamp it, you know, and do, you could actually stamp and emboss this and even do just a little quick watercolor wash and have just the cutest portraits. So we do have a handful of these in stock. These are called Circle Fur Babies. and they are cling rubber, which is nice because there's not a ton of stamps out there that still have that cling rubber option. So it's nice when we get some really fun ones in that. Okay. Next up, I just wanted to show you guys this really quickly. I have no idea why I grabbed 2 of them, but I did. So this is the foam tape from Altenew. This is the first one we got in. So this one is 1/4 inch wide, okay? And this is the one that is 1.59 millimeters thick. So we were talking about this when we brought them out the first time. The 3L ones, they're 2 millimeters thick. So this one is just going to be slightly less than that, which means when you're layering your cardstocks and things like that, having those slightly different thicknesses of foam is really, really helpful. So these sold out super quick. They're back in stock because it's $12.99, and you guys, you get 49 feet, and it's already thin. I mean, that's awesome. Okay. Next up, let's talk about these. Now, I just put the video up on the Facebook page with Simon demonstrating these from the show. Okay, so I already know that a number of you guys have watched it. And our first shipment of these, I didn't have a ton of them left when I got back to the store, so I think a few people picked them up while I was gone. We are out of the gold at the moment. I don't remember what the name of that one was, but so I've already reordered it. But let me tell you, just for fun, let me tell you guys, because I think it's out for a little while. Probably because people are going bananas excited for it. Oh, it's not even in this card. Okay. Hold on. What are these things called? Solar spray. Okay. So there's 6 colors total, and I'm guessing, oh, you know what? It's probably only out for 4 or 5 more days, and then they'll ship. So yeah, not very long. Okay. So, I have them in, but if you want these, definitely let me know. You guys, these are phenomenal. They have this iridescence to them, kind of like the solar paste does, but they're, watch the video because he will tell you the best about it. But they have this undertone. Each one has these just beautiful undertones, and you can do some really cool stuff because you can use these as your watercolor. Like if you put, you know, a watercolor medium down, you can actually use this as the water for the watercolor if you want and get extra shine. But the even better part, you guys, $3.99 per bottle. I mean, that's really a good price. And there's only 6 of them, so it's not like it's going to break the bank to get that whole collection. Okay, then, oops. Where am I talking to myself? Oh, there we go. Oh, Trey says everyone needs them. Yes. Yeah, you're probably not wrong, Trey. Okay, so let's talk about Astro paste. So Simon has a number of different pastes out. Stay put. Is not going to stay put. Okay, he's got lunar paste, which is a colored shimmer paste that coordinates to the ink color. So when you have Prom Queen ink and you have Prom Queen lunar paste, you're going to have a shimmer texture paste that matches that ink color. And that is amazing. Okay. I am a huge fan of this concept because it really gives you even more things to play with as far as the different mediums in that same color palette. And then he came out with solar paste. Okay, so solar paste is obviously the paste version of this. It's been out for a while, but it's a clear paste with a colored, you know, iridescent mica in it that shifts just a little bit as the light hits it. So those have been really fun, especially on things like flowers and stuff like that. And then he came out with Astro Paste. So the first release of Astro Paste had, well, now I don't know how many colors, but it had quite a few colors in. I know there was a red one that was amazing, Bee Sting, because it goes with the Bee Sting ink. It goes with the Bee Sting Lunar Paste. Oh, I was going to say and, because there's a re-inker, but that's obvious. So the had the Lunar Paste and the Astro Paste were all in this color family. So you could have shimmer, you could have glitter, and you could color your stuff. Okay. Very cool. So now we have this is 4. Are you guys just bearing with me? Because I sound like kind of a moron today because I am a little bit tired, but there's so much stuff going through my head. But, okay, 4 colors, 4 new colors of Astro Paste. And this time he went for neutrals. Okay, so these ones have, I think, a lunar paste that goes with them, or that, coordinates, but not an ink pad. So, because what we have is refined copper, we have fool's gold, we have silver lining, and cookie dough. Now, cookie dough is the exception. It's kind of a neutral, but there is also an ink pad. Okay, but you guys, in a rare showing, I am prepared for the video. Are you guys ready for this? Because I didn't make samples of the last one and people kept asking me, because they're only $5.99 for the pot and you get 2 ounces. Okay. So just to give you a reference, this one is $3.99 for 1 fluid ounce and you spray. This one is $5.99 for 2 fluid ounces. It's wet, so they call it fluid. And it's $5.99. Okay. So still, actually, price per ounce a little cheaper than the spray, but that's just if you want to play with the math. But the first release, I did not. Thank you, Diane. Sometimes I feel like a bumbling idiot. I didn't make any samples, and so look at this. That is not interesting, right? Because of the medium that's in here, it's just like, nah, who's gonna buy that? And then when you see the samples, you're like, oh my gosh. Because look at this silver. That's like crazy. That is silver. And then this, that's probably why he did the cookie dough in this release, because that is cookie dough. It's kind of like, almost like a champagne color or a platinum maybe. And then this one here, this is your copper. I hope you guys can see this because when these dried, I was like, oh, wow. And then this is a gold one. So what I like actually about this gold is it isn't super that yellow gold that's kind of over the top. It is just really pretty. And can you guys hear that? Look at that. So it has the texture. It even gives you the noise. If you need the noise, I don't know why you would. But all of it stays put, which I'm going to, honestly, is a surprise. I didn't check that ahead of time. So that is a bit of a nice surprise that you can, make all that noise and the glitter. Like, seriously, there's not a speck of glitter on me. How is that even possible? I don't know. Okay, so that is the 4 colors we've got. Let me put them in order. Wait, there we go. Silver lining, cookie dough, refined copper, and fool's gold. Okay, so all 4 of those. Plus we have probably the other colors in stock, but now that I know what these look like, I'm gonna go take a look at the stock on those because I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I just can't even put it down. Okay. And then lastly, was there anything new in this box that I need to show besides these? Everything was a restock? Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next thing, and I did put some info about this in the newsletter, but it was quick info. Okay. This, I'm going to do it this way. I think this is a much better way for you guys to see it because they'll also stay put. We have 7 new colors of Shimmer Relief Paste. And this one actually has colors, which is awesome. So we have this really gorgeous color called silver. Okay, well, that's the silver probably everybody's been asking about. So yes, friends, it's here. And then we have brass, which is like, it's actually a pretty good brass, but it's like a gold with, on the, you know, when they were talking about it, they described it. Hi, Tiffany. Oh, Tiffany, you're okay. You're okay. As a gold with like a slight green undertone, and you don't really see it. It isn't that, it's not like green, it's like that sort of tarnished kind of, you know, green. Okay. I know, right? I know, Trey. And then we have Mayan gold. And, you know, I mean, that one is just, I just got lost in the color for a second. I think I should have taken a nap before the video today. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like, whoa. So this one, well, I don't even know what to say about it, but it's just, it's really pretty. It's a more warm, almost like an orangey kind of a yellow, but it's not that like yellow, no, orangey kind of gold, but it's not that super yellow kind of gold. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just saying words. Okay. And then this one is called Brown Moonstone. It seems to be neither brown nor a moonstone, but it is like a nice, soft, sort of a rose pink, brown, tan, cream color. If I just announce all the colors I can think of, I'll hit one that describes it. I don't know. You guys are just so pretty. Okay. And then this I was really, really excited about. So this is actually the first foray into colors, colors. So we've had a lot of metallics. The first round was all the colors we got in, and then the two colors we didn't have were a gold, a different gold than these, gold, and a pearl. That's the white one. Now we have some beautiful colors. You guys, could you just like stare into this color and just get lost? This one is called Galactic Skies. I mean, oh, it is. I'm not even sure if it's showing up as teal on the camera. It might be on my computer. It looks actually like it's color correcting. Just it is. I'm trying to think if I have a comparison. I don't. I might tomorrow when my words are coming a little easier, but it is a stunning deep turquoise blue, kind of a watery color. And I think these two together are going to look amazing. Okay. So that one is Galactic Skies. This is sea beryl. What is a sea beryl? Anyone? Do you guys know what that is? It's like they just picked letters out of the alphabet and put it on the label for the second word. I don't know what that is, but it's got to be something. But it's more in the blue. I would say it's a soft mint color, but it really is more in the blue than the green of soft mint. So I don't know what the name of that color is, but that's what color it is. And then we have amethyst, and well, you know, light purple. It's really pretty. Okay. So these are 5 ounces a piece. There is a ton of paste in here for $12.99. Absolutely a ton. Now, I want to show you guys. I haven't made the samples of these, but I will tell you, if you come, it's somewhere in my bags. Okay. But at the show, they had the original set of colors. They didn't have these out, but they had the original sets, and they did a swatch for us. So you'll have a really, semi-precious stone. Okay, well, and a mineral. Okay, so I'm no good at flowers. I'm no good at birds. I'm no good at geography. And apparently I'm no good at gemstones. Oh, okay. Well, at least I still got math, right? But what was really interesting on the swatches of these is that when they dry, they look like that. So, whereas, these guys, when they dry, they look like this, which is not what they look like in the bottle. But when these dry, they look that sparkly and shiny. So beautiful. Oh, thanks, Crystal. So here's kind of what I want to show you guys. Let me find the silver. Okay. So this one is glittery and absolutely like just super shiny, super glittery. This one is, it's like it's more than a shimmer. Okay. It's more glittery than a shimmer is what I would say. But it's like they took all the glitter and put it in the food processor to make it super fine. And, oh, there you go. Yeah, you guys can see that. Like a glitter powder. Oh, it's probably, I don't know. Maybe that's a mica powder. I don't know. But anyways, so that's what I would say is the difference between these two. They are not the same, but most likely could be used together. Okay. So, like, see, those two would actually probably go pretty well together. Or even those two. They're not the exact same color, but having that slight tone difference would be really, really pretty. Okay. Whew, you guys. All right. Now, that is what I had to show you for today. I was pretty prepared. I had a whole basket. So I want to do a quick recap and tell you what I talked about because even I don't remember. Oh, and the other thing, you guys, if you read the newsletter, so tomorrow, I'm hoping this works out. I put links to her Instagram. So my friend Milagros, she owns a store in Puerto Rico, and she is a super fun and quirky lady. She has a really fun accent. And hopefully, if things work out, I'm going to go pick her up and we are going to have her be a guest on Wine Friday tomorrow. So if you look at her socials and you find something that intrigues you, pop me an email and we will see if you guys have some questions. How do you do this? That kind of thing. Because her specialty is definitely different than mine. So it is going to be a really, really cool opportunity to have her here. She's a great artist. And she does a lot of mixed media things and she's fast, which I can't say that I am. Okay. And then Saturday night is going to be our preview night. She is, right, Trey? That's why I thought it was so funny that you posted her thing because I was like, oh, look at that. Yeah, no, she's fantastic. So, if you guys have questions for her, tomorrow will be a good day. Or you can come join us in studio. Like we have this grand taping studio. You can come to the store for Wine Friday and, get to meet her and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, and then Saturday we are going to do the preview night. Okay. So for preview night, I actually got, I got a number of like catalogs. I have some dies that came in a class that it's called, her name is Milagros. Lori, if you look in the newsletter that I sent out, not once, but twice today, at the top, it talks about preview night, and then it talks about our guest for Wine Friday, and I put a link to her socials in there because Milagros, Milagros, but just spelling that, you'll get a bunch of them. So, so Saturday, if you guys can come, I got 2 new Spellbinders catalogs. Look at that for all of you guys that love Mickey, right? And this release was delayed, so they moved it to this catalog, but it's, it's coming. And you guys, this was the most exciting. What? Yeah, I didn't even know they were going to do a catalog. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thanks, Meryl. So we have this catalog for you guys to look through that I am so excited about. So there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of inspiration. That'll be on the table. And then I also have one of my classes. We used something from a company that you guys all know and love in collaboration with another company that you all know and love. That is a June release. And so I can't show it online, but secretly sort of I can show it to customers in the store, if that makes sense. I know. Are the sad faces? You guys are the sad faces. Those are from my out-of-towners, isn't it? Yeah, I know. But you guys, no worries. You'll get to see it soon enough. But I'm supposed to not break the rules, right? So if you want to come to Saturday, that one is going to start at 4:30. Okay, you're welcome to come earlier if you want to. But we're going to kind of kick things off at about 4:30. And then tomorrow night, we're going to do Wine Friday at 5 o'clock. Unless I get stuck in traffic. But anyway, okay, so to recap, I talk a lot. Airmail embossing folder. These are from the vault. This one is the diamonds embossing folder. These are all $12.99, and if you want all 5 of them, it is $60. This one is Flourish that we have confirmed. Thank you, Crystal. That these flourishes are quite a bit more delicate. I see you, Crystal. I see you. Quite a bit more delicate than the previous version. Okay. Gears. Okay. And lace. Those are the new embossing folders, and these are all in stock, so you can get them right away. I'm just laughing. I know, Crystal. I feel bad. Sorry. Fur Babies, Circle. These is called Circle Fur Babies. These are cling rubber. Absolutely. I just love these. I think the dogs are like super artsy. They kind of remind me of like an Andy Warhol. I don't know if that's, I don't really know. No, he does soup cans. I don't know. Anyways, we'll talk about it on another day. Anyways, that one is $24.99. Gosh, geez, Brooke. Okay. And then we've got the circle drip drops in smalls. These are, none of the circles are actual circles, but it's a really fun pattern and only $5.50. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And then Dina Wakley does have some nice new brushes out in a 3-pack, a number 2, a number 8, a number 12, and these are a soft bristle brush. One of the things, though, Lori, I bet you he probably would. He does not abide by the rules at all. But so one of the things we learned at the brush manufacturers is that the numbers on these brushes are not necessarily standard throughout. Yeah, I know, Crystal. But we're trying to work on how to keep you connected, my dear. They're not necessarily universal numbers throughout all the different brush manufacturers. So a number 8 in one line might be different than a number 8 in another line, even from the same manufacturer. That's what they told me. And I said, oh, well, that sounds confusing. That was my response. So I don't know. I got a lot to learn, but I'm working on it. Okay, the limited edition re-inkers for the metallics for Lisa Horton are back in stock, $23.99. And then these ones, back in stock is the Woodsy Vibes. It's $25.99. These I already showed you on a different video, but the samples are done now and they're really pretty. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys that. Furry Forest is that one. So that's $25.99. And then Spotty Fun So this was just white, okay? And I just glued the dye to the background, and I believe foam on this one, a foam blender tool. I am so in love with this background. It's crazy. And that guy is $22.99. And then we only have one of these, Hoppy Easter. Oh, for peeps sake. Oh my gosh, you guys, when we were grocery shopping to take to the hotel, they have a Dr. Pepper flavored Peeps out this year. So I did get a box. I have not yet tried it. We were going to do a taste test and then it got busy, but Dr. Pepper Peeps, I hope that's going to be good. It'll probably be terrible, but you know, it'll be worth a shot. Okay, and then we have limited of these in stock, but they should be back in stock very soon. So if you do want the solar sprays, please, please, please let me know, because I think with the show, that next round is going to go pretty quick also. And they're only $3.99. There's 6 colors. I'm missing the gold one right now. But so what is that? $24 for all 6 of them? I mean, that's a screaming good price. And they are a phenomenal tool. Check out that video that I posted, okay? Also back in stock, in case you missed it the first time, was the Instant Dimension foam tape. This is the 1/4 inch width, and it's only a 1/16 of an inch thick. So that's the 1.56 millimeters compared to the 2 millimeters of our other ones. And then only a couple more things to go. Oh, did you try them? Yeah, I bet they are really gross, but you know, I guess you kind of have to try them though, right? I don't think they care if you like them or not. As long as you buy at least one box, they're winning. And so I guess we are buying at least one box. So, I think that's how those limited edition weird flavors are. So, Astro paste, I'm kind of a new fan. I had never opened one before, but I had seen pictures and I was like, oh yeah, they're gorgeous. And now I'm like, what was I waiting for? So, silver lining, cookie dough, refined copper, and fool's gold. These are $5.99 a piece. Oops. And they are 2 ounces. Okay. And that is a glitter paste that makes a great noise and does not rub off. And then the brand new colors of Shimmer Relief Paste are not going to... Okay, let's review colors. This one is brass. So that's kind of the lighter gold. And then we have this Mayan gold, which is that rich, I don't know, rich, beautiful, kind of an orangey gold. Gorgeous. And then we have silver. The color everybody wanted was silver. So we have that. And then this one is called Brown Moonstone, of which neither brown nor moonstone, but kind of a bit of both. Maybe a little pink thrown in. It's just pretty color. And then we have 3 gorgeous colors. So this is Galactic Skies. We have the light blue, which is Sea Beryl, which is a mineral gemstone, semi-precious stone mineral thing, and amethyst, which is purple. Okay, so that was a lot. I hope some of you guys can make it to Saturday. If you think that you want to come, let me know, because I think Donna is gonna maybe bring a few snacks or something. If anybody else wants to bring snacks, you're welcome to. We'll have a little snack table. You don't have to though. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for Wine Friday. Thank you so much. Talk to y'all later. Bye, you guys.